Hello, can you guys see me? I hope so. Okay, I think that I am here. But Jen says that I am here. So hopefully I am here and you guys can see me. But happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Jen. Can you see me?
Not anymore. Can you
Oh,
a little camera button? So
yeah, it's
alignment.
Is it back now? Hang on, let me try. It seems to be when I refresh.
Oh no, we're gone again. I see you, Catherine and Denise. We'll get to you in just one moment. Maybe. There she is.
Good?
There you are.
Okay.
Okay. And can you see Catherine and Denise down there below?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. So that's how you let people in and out.
Oh,
You just click their faces and they come on in. So excited to watch.
Oh, okay. Got
Okay.
it. And then,
Hey.
hey, Catherine, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, Denise.
How's it
We have a
going?
great group here. It's going good. It's going good. Great presentation from you and Dr. Dave.
Good. Yeah, it's, always a new platform is like, whoo, Jen and Susan and Ann did so much to try to get us trained on this as quickly as they could, and they did a great job. And but still, I think, we're going to have bumps along the way because we have our public learning how to use Hopin.
Right.
So it's definitely been interesting. I'm hoping that everyone gets to pop around and understands that they can go into different sessions and things like that.
Gotcha. Because the format for this is mostly just like I'm here, and if anyone pops in and has questions, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So up at the top, you can see the eyeball. You can see that there's 3 of us here.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in my sessions right now, I kind of watched the eyeball. So even though I was the only one on the screen, I could see that the eyeball means there's people listening and watching. So you can have more eyeballs and we're here. Those are the people that are watching you.
Okay.
So if I saw people and it's like, hey, I'm the only one on the screen, but I saw eyeballs on me, I would just talk about like, hey, okay, guys, I see people in here. If you got questions, please put them in the chat. If you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be, because I think that that's maybe a little bit, could be confusing to people. Like, so I'm just asking people to chat,
Gotcha.
if you don't want to be on video, because a lot of people don't want to be on video. So, but they want to ask you a question.
And then that 3 out of 5, what's the 5?
Oh, that's a good question.
It made me feel like at first maybe I was missing people, so I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anyone.
Yeah, no, 3 out of 5. It's funny. I don't know what that is. I just know that I'm sure Jen told me. I've just forgotten.
Yeah.
Denise, do you remember what that is? I don't know. No idea.
No worries.
No. All right. So how's Ripple doing?
We're doing good. I'm actually right at the Caliper facility. This is our Caliper office.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah, we're doing good. Sales are looking really good for the last month and this month. Definitely kind of bounced back after the COVID initial kind of decrease. We've just been busy. We've been cranking out product. We've actually been hearing that some other folks have been having a little trouble with keeping products in stock. So our team's just been cranking it out and getting some back stock on shelves. So just so we're prepared in case anything happens.
Yeah. So I have a question. So do you guys want to be called just Ripple now? Or are you going to drop the by Stillwater? Or are you always going to have Ripple by Stillwater?
Great question. So we are moving towards Ripple. The one caveat here is that we are for the foreseeable future going to keep Stillwater brands. So almost kind of thinking of it as like a Unilever type relationship, right? So Unilever owns Dove and Axe and Knorr and different products, and you sometimes kind of know that they're owned by Unilever if you're in the food world. If not, you might not. And so that's how we're kind of treating it for right now. And I think I've talked to you before, Catherine, about like the legality issues behind Ripple, and so it's really all stemming from that.
Okay.
But right now we're keeping Stillwater brands, but just kind of in the back. Everything is going to be transitioning to a Ripple customer.
So just call you Ripple. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Ripple
All right.
company, 3 different product lines under the Ripple name.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So so are you guys comfortable where you're at with your SKUs? Is there anything that you've seen in your future that you can talk about that Ripple's going to be going into?
Yeah, for sure. So I see now we have 6 people. So just in case folks don't know, we have 3 main product lines: our Ripple Dissolvables, our Ripple Quick Sticks, and our gummies. By the end of this year, we're going to actually be launching, I think right now on the docket, we have 9 new SKUs of our existing.
Wow.
So most of those are just flavor variation, keeping the same dose, but offering some different types of flavors. And then additionally, we are looking to expand within the next year out of Colorado. So kind of 2 big things coming down the pipeline for us. But yeah, definitely going to be seeing a lot of new flavors hitting the dispensaries by the end of the year, which is exciting.
Yeah. So I have a question. We've got a couple of questions tonight on using products for edibles. So how would you use, because I know you guys even did some recipes and stuff like that, which was amazing.
Yep.
So, do you guys get calls about that? Will someone call you and say, hey, I see you have a powder. Can I just throw that in my brownie mix?
For sure.
Or how do I do that? I mean, how do you guys guide people on that?
Yeah, so in terms of Ripple, the great thing about Ripple is that it can go through any cooking process. We've done a lot of what we call like torture testing to the product, right? So testing at what temperatures it might lose some stability, at what if there's any concerns with cooking. The only one that we really found was like a direct flame. So we always suggest, like, if you're making a creme brulee, mix it into the actual creme brulee instead of putting it on top, because then you're going to actually flame the top of it. But in terms of like conventional oven or stove top, completely fine to use Ripple in. So the great thing about it actually is that it's going to evenly disperse into whatever liquid you put it into. So let's say you are making brownies, right? You essentially have a dry mix and a wet mix going into your brownies. And so you would just put Ripple into your wet mix, and you would put the entire dose that you want for that entire pan of brownies. And so let's just say you're making 1 pan, and that pan is going to yield 10 brownies. And you know that you want each brownie itself to be 5 milligrams. So if you were using our balanced 5, you would put 10 full packets into that liquid, make your brownies just like you would, put them in the oven, and then when you cut them, because the Ripple is going to evenly disperse in that liquid of whatever you by the number of pieces, assuming that you're cutting them into even pieces per brownie.
Okay.
Because essentially that entire sheet of brownie is going to have the full milligrams, and then you just cut it up. So yeah, we advise any sort of cooking or baking. And funny enough, we when we launched Ripple, we really had this focus on that, right? So we partnered with local chefs. We partnered with mixologists who could do mocktails. And actually, funny enough, that's still to our heart is like the main benefit of Ripple. You can put it in ramen, you can put it in whatever you want. But we found from our customers that a lot of people were not using it that way, right? That's actually where Quick Sticks came from. We did a customer survey that found a huge percentage of our customers were pouring Ripple directly on the tongue. And I think that that's just because of the time period, right? If you're eating a bowl of soup or you're eating something that is going to take a long time, people just want the cannabinoids in their body as quick as possible. So I love hearing adventure stories of we have some really fun ones that have come to us of what people have done with Ripple. But for that daily supplemented, because we're so reliable and consistent, we found that most people would prefer to do it in a faster consumption. So putting it into a glass of water, even a shot of water. We've heard that people will just, hey, I'm going to bed. I want to take a Ripple Relief right before I go to bed. I'm going to just mix it in with 6 ounces of water. And so that I can drink it quickly versus like a whole 12 ounces or something.
Yeah, no, that's good, because I've actually guided people on the hotline about that. When they buy the Ripple package, to put it just in a small amount of liquid, whether it's their little cup of tea, stir it around, and then they can split that and be pretty confident that now they've got, divided amount. So if they want to just take half of that pack or whatever it is. So it's good to know that your product is very stable with cooking, because it just seems like, especially now with people really trying to watch their spend, they're trying to figure out ways that they can do this. And, and I actually had a caller that said, I have better results when I make my own brownies, but I just need to know what to put in it, and stuff like that. And she's like, because if I know a good product that I can use that's stable, then I can cut those products and she can decide, how much she wants to use in this, and it's a really good option. So, it's good to know about the stability of Ripple and, that evenly dispersed, because I think that's going to be really important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can just see that even in water. If you were to mix it in water, you'll see, because it'll get cloudy.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see Shelby just asked a question. And Shelby, I love your question, because your question is about bioavailability. And this is actually something that we take here at Ripple really seriously. So both with our CBD and our THC, right? So we have different doses of Ripple, of all of our Ripple products. We have our pure dose, which is high THC. We have our 1-to-1, which is equal parts THC and CBD, and then we have our relief SKUs, which are high CBD. So we essentially have 2 cannabinoids that we work with, CBD and THC. And so on both of our products, we have tested our bioavailability through clinical studies. And so this is something that's really important for us. We like to say tested in people, proven in science, because I think that a lot of times there are some companies that might make claims before they actually have the data behind it. And so both of our THC and our CBD was tested, a blind placebo study. The CBD, because it's a little bit easier to find accredited universities that will work with CBD. We did partner with Colorado State University for that. And you can find the full studies on our website. On our products page, we link to both of the full studies, the write-ups that were published. But overall, what it found was that specifically for our CBD, they compared it to an oil-based tincture. So this is just a straight oil-based, fat-soluble THC that you put under your tongue, just in case you're not familiar with tinctures. And so we compared the bioavailability of our product versus that oil-based tincture. And it found in the first 15 minutes that our product was 650% more bioavailable. So essentially what that means is that when you might be using other products, although you're taking a certain amount of milligrams, it may or may not just be flowing through your body versus ours that the body's actually using. And so through that study, we were able to really, and studies for us are very important. We're going to continue to partner with universities as much as we can and do them. But by having that study, right, so it was blind in the sense that they didn't necessarily know what the product was. We also had it fasted, so folks were not eating or drinking anything 24 hours before that study. And then they were also refraining from cannabis consumption the 3 days leading up to it. So it was relatively controlled. And so by testing that, we were actually able to see exactly how much our bioavailability differed. And it was actually really helpful for us, because we had been getting a lot of we've been getting some feedback on our initial Ripple products that said, I think that this product hits me harder for some reason. I might take a 20 milligram gummy and I take a 20 milligram Ripple and I feel way higher than, and actually that's a horrible example because we don't make 20 milligram gummies, but let's just say a 5 milligram gummy.
Right.
And I was taking a 5 milligram gummy and then I'm taking 5 milligram Ripple or a 5 milligram gummy made with Ripple. and I feel it a lot more. And so it was interesting to see that, because we really were able to show through these tests, like, it's not that our products are hitting harder, it's just that that full amount is actually working in your body. So for some folks, especially on the CBD side, who might be used to using products that don't actually have the content, or their body's unable to use that content of CBD, THC, it's interesting to see that that could be a factor, and really that bioavailability is really important for the absorption of edibles. Interesting.
All right, Nikki, I'm going to leave your session real quick. I see you got more questions, so I'm going to let you do that.
Totally.
I'm gonna head
All
out.
right, bye.
Hey, Chris, good to see you. Interested in education about cooking with Ripple? Yes. Well, I love this question. We were actually just chatting about cooking with Ripple. We do normally do demos. I will say that during COVID, we have put those on hold for the near future. We haven't actually looked into any virtual events thus far, specifically around cooking. But if you are interested, that's great feedback, and I can kind of run that up the team. But yeah, no virtual events thus far. Once we're out of the woods a little bit on COVID, hoping we will bring back some cooking demos in the near future. Oh, Jen, we love that you cook with Ripple. Cooking with Ripple is one of those things that, to me, I don't know why anyone else does it any other way. It's easy, it's precise, it's consistent, and yeah, you can serve products to folks knowing that you know what you're giving them, which is cool. Ooh, amazing, Chris. We need to catch. I'm super excited that you're putting a sound recording stage at Ozone. That's awesome. For those of you guys don't know, Ozone is a great space that is, what would you even call that area? It's over on Wadsworth, correct? But yes, everyone go visit Ozone. But Chris, that's awesome. I am actually launching a podcast, so I would love to speak to you about that. Lakewood, okay, technically Lakewood, 20th and Kipling. Thank you for that, Chris. Does anyone have any other questions? For those of you who just joined us, thank you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nikki Kiaski. I am the Senior Brand Manager over here at Ripple, and happy to answer any questions. Yes, Chris, I will definitely circle up with you. It's been too long, so we will certainly connect. Yeah, so I can just talk a little bit about, since I see we have some folks in here, about our Ripple products. One of the things that really makes Ripple unique is that we have created a water-soluble dissolvable powder that can be added to anything. And so that is really our base Ripple dissolvable product. It is calorie-free, sugar-free, and virtually tasteless. So you can mix it into literally anything. You can bake with it, you can cook with it, you can put it into a glass of water or a coffee, something that's a little bit easier. And from that product, because we have this water soluble technology that allows us to create a reliable, consistent, fast acting product, we are able to, from that product, create our gummies line. So we have Ripple gummies, and then our Quick Stick line. Our Quick Stick is our newest product. It is a, kind of think like a pixie stick. It's a pour right on your tongue product. And we really created that product from our customers. We got a lot of feedback from our base Ripple dissolvable. As quickly as possible. So instead of mixing it into something, a lot of folks are pouring it directly on their tongue. When you hold it on your tongue a little bit, you do get a lot more of that sublingual absorption. And so folks were very smart, as we know cannabis consumers are, and we're able to figure that out. And so when we got all of that feedback about folks dumping it straight on their tongue, we did create a flavored version. So that is our newest product. We launched it. It was actually set to launch March 16th, and we put it on hold for a few weeks, but did end up launching it during COVID. And it has been, to date, one of our most successful product launches. So check those out if you haven't yet. Wish I could see who is in here. I can see that there are 4. Anything else that anyone has questions on, or specific things that you want me to explain? Okay. Well, I can just keep going because I can talk about, where you can get Ripple. Absolutely. So you can get Ripple in almost any dispensary in Colorado. We do on our website. Our website is stillwater.life. I'll leave it here in the chat. But we do have a store locator on our website that will tell you can actually break it down by which product you're looking for. But we are a wholesaler. We sell to dispensaries directly. So I always suggest that you call your favorite dispensary and just confirm that they have the product that you're looking for in stock if you are looking for a specific product. Well, I'll just keep going, and you guys let me know if you have any questions or comments, or please stop me. But just to go back to our quick stick, so we actually, one of our food scientists here, Drew Hathaway, he is kind of the person who created this entire product line. And what he was able to do was really mix the flavors with the THC and CBD and create kind of like a pixie stick-like experience. And so to get there, he actually had to taste over 100 flavors. We went through a pretty long R&D process where he was able to pick his top, flavors, try them out, get some feedback, and move on to the next one. So we did go through about 100 iterations before we found those perfect 3. And those flavors for our high THC product is a blueberry palm. So it's blueberry mixed with pomegranate. Our balanced version, which is our 1-to-1, is gingerberry. A lot of people can be nervous about gingerberry because they think that with the ginger it's going to be spicy, but it's actually more like a ginger ale than a ginger. So very, very much on the sweet side, and a little bit berry in there. And then our release SKU, which is our 40-to-1 CBD, is going to be mint chocolate. And that one tastes kind of just like an Andes mint for those people who like that flavor. Yeah, very surprisingly, very much like an Andes mint. Yeah, so definitely check them out. Shelby, I don't know if you are still in here, but if you have any more questions on bioavailability, please let me know. Or if that sufficiently answered your question. Anything else that you guys have? I'm not actually sure how long this session goes. Maybe it just goes till 6.
Hours for
Okay. Thanks, Chris. You're really helping me out in this session. You got all the info. We'll definitely have to get you some of the quick sticks for sure. I did just realize that I have the ability here to screen share. So I think what I am going to do is I am just going to play you guys a quick video. It's actually the one that is on our booth if you get a chance to stop by our booth. But it just kind of speaks about our original product. So for those of you who have been on the circuit for a while, Stillwater launched with Stillwater teas. So that was our microdose loose leaf organic tea. And from there, that's actually where we discovered Ripple and created Ripple, because that we essentially had made Ripple in order to dose our teas. So it does focus on those a little bit, just because that's kind of where we come from. But I am going to screen share it and play it real quick. Hopefully, I hope that you can hear it. Let me know if anyone has any audio issues, but I am going to try to share here. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to full screen this. There we go. Okay. Let me know if you guys are able to hear this.
If I get her a pop brownie. And this was not a woman I knew had ever touched marijuana or any drug in her entire life. The only pop brownie I could find had 100 milligrams. So I ended up cutting that one piece into 20 individual morsels. She wanted it for her husband as well, who has Parkinson's, and it scared the hell out of them. They ended up throwing it in the freezer. They never touched it. And that was when we realized that there was this opportunity to give people microdoses just so they could feel better. Stillwater Brands is a functional food company. We make and produce healthy cannabinoid-infused foods to help people live better, more fulfilling lives. Less pain, less anxiety. We are not a company that's here to get people super stoned. We are here to help people feel better.
Justin and Jeremy had brought this product to me to help our grandparents, to help boomers, seniors. I saw it as something that could really be helping people like me, young professional moms who are doing so many things during the day and just need a little bit of relief at night. It made me jump at the chance to join.
So there was this one woman who emailed us from Utah. She had done marijuana in the 60s and really hadn't done it since, and she was suffering from anxiety and come across our products. She drove all the way from the western side of Utah to buy our teas, followed up immediately after, said she loved the experience of great products, and please, 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 could we get them in Utah soon?
So as a food scientist for 25 years, I've been working on everything from small brands out to large-scale billion-dollar brands. What's great about the billion-dollar brands, innovation is very difficult. You cannot jeopardize a billion-dollar brand. So quality and food safety and good manufacturing practices are critical. So what I've taken from the billion-dollar brands that I've worked with in the past that I can take into Stillwater is the rigor to do things properly. And how do you bring a quality product and consistency and trust to the consumer? So I would not have left my job for 20 years for any marijuana company. What I found the most appealing is the level of trust and experience on how the company was being run. And that was extremely appealing, combined with the innovation and the mindset to do the right thing first, less about chasing a quick dollar.
So we discovered that when people were drinking our teas, they were actually getting the effects within 20 minutes. Suddenly it was much more of a controlled experience. It was the smooth up, the smooth down, and they just didn't feel like there was any surprise to it. It just felt controlled and it felt safe. That's something that
Are you getting Q&A right now?
Yeah.
And it's with seniors.
Yeah. All right. Oh man, now you guys are just seeing my screen here. Okay, amazing. Well, I think that we're at the end of our time. I just wanted to share that quick video. But if anyone has any final questions, I will stay here for a few more minutes before I log off, since there are still some folks in here. And thank you so much for stopping by. Same to you, Chris. We'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by.